Hello, and this is another video on the continuing build of the new Lodestone server. I'm not sure why Christy decided to take a video of me when I'm sweating like hell because it's really hot and humid in here. But
I don't think so. I'm sitting on the couch, cool as a cucumber.
I'm sitting on the living room floor surrounded by technology, boiling to death, yeah. So,
hey, you got toys today.
Yes, I got toys today.
More toys.
More toys, yes. I got the final components.
I see that. It looks like a box.
It's a box. It's the final components for the new Lodestone Pointshare server.
Now describe the adventurous delivery process.
Well, the delivery process, I was expecting the case and the power supply. And, it was supposed to come in yesterday, but I was
From Mike's Computer Shop.
Yeah, good old Mike's Computer Shop, Best Buy third-party seller, something like that. So, I was watching it and I was tracking it. It was on the vehicle for delivery, on the vehicle. And then at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it goes back to Purelator. So it's like, oh, what the hell was that?
Well, it went back to an address.
An address. It didn't say
It said, accepted for delivery
by
at
reception at some address.
Yeah, and we were kind of freaking out because we thought, oh no, they dropped it at the wrong place.
Yeah, it's like, what?
But then when we Googled the address, it was the Purelator office.
Exactly. And then, so today at, at 8 in the morning, it goes back on the vehicle for delivery. And then for some reason, at 12, or like at 1 in the afternoon, it goes on another vehicle for delivery. So I'm not sure. So it was taking the scenic tour of Vancouver or doing something. And then it finally got here at like 6 in the, 6:30ish in the afternoon. Although the guy almost forgot to give me the case because he's like, here, have the box. And I'm like, this is kind of small. There should be 2. And the guy's like, oh yeah, let me check that. I think if you're a delivery guy, you would check before you started handing things off to people. But that's just me.
Did he even ask you your name?
I said my name, but so he didn't really confirm it. He didn't have me sign anything either. So that's Purelator. Your deliveries are very secure, obviously.
Okay.
Could have been anybody.
Well, tell us about this toy.
Okay. So I'm sitting beside the case. It's like a little, like a mid-tower type of case.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Antec P5, Performance Series silent case.
Ooh.
So that means it's got 2 pretty quiet fans, and the side panels have fabric on it for sound damping, and, it's going to be, because I don't want this thing making a lot of noise, so it's going to be a nice silent server. And it's got a nice front panel on it, like this. It just opens up. There's like an internal filter and all, It's good. It's a good case, I think.
I don't know, but I think you do.
Yeah.
You did your research on this.
Yeah, I like Antec cases. They're usually built pretty solidly, and they have all the, all the specs one could want. And they usually are pretty good for silence. They're built with good quality steel, and, because if you have the cheap cases, especially the ones with the side windows, might look interesting to see in the components, but it also tends to be a little noisier.
And for the record, I can't decorate the case?
No, Christy is not allowed to paint hearts on the case.
Stickers, then?
No stickers either. It's a nice black server case.
Okay.
I think there's like wild cheering outside. It must be the hockey game or something. I don't know if the Canucks scored or they just lost viciously. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, and then the other thing that came in with the case today is the Antec Earthwatts 650 watt power supply.
That's huge.
Yes, that's going in the bottom of this case. It's going to go down in this space below here.
What are you going to do with the weird cord? Didn't it come with the wrong cord?
Yes, it came. Oh yeah, I'd like to. I don't know if anyone will ever see this for Antec, but I don't know. I've never seen a thing in this was shrink wrapped in its package and everything, but it has the wrong goddamn power cord with it. And I don't mean the wrong plug for the outlet end. I mean the wrong end for this side of the power supply.
Oh.
It's got the what they call the Mickey Mouse ears plug, because that's kind of what it looks like if you look at it. And this cord actually takes a D cord, so I don't know how they did such a mix-up.
And you're saying it's the manufacturer's end, not Antec,
yeah,
not Mike's Computer Shop.
Unless it was refurbished or something. But it looked like it was all in its package and cellophane shut and everything, so...
So, but you can fix that?
Oh, yeah, I'll just use a standard cord.
You're going to take apart my old kettle, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to use the D cord off your kettle for now, until I get it home, and then I'll put in a regular cable. Anyway, so this...
Good old Proctor Silex to the rescue.
Exactly. So this power supply is 650 watts, and it has all the cables at the back here, and it also has detachable cables, so you can add in what you need and not have a huge mess of wires running around the case that you don't need.
Because that's not what you need.
No, that's not what you need. And then, so far in the board, as we were watching a play and Christy was sleeping, I was building.
We weren't watching a play. We were listening to somebody read an audio book
Well,
or audio
yeah,
version of
kind
the
of.
book.
So it's live theater anyway, semi-live over Zoom theater. Anyhow, that's a whole other story. So I was installing, watching listening to a thing and installing a motherboard in the case. So in here we have the motherboard, and I've installed the CPU on the board, the RAM, and the CPU cooler.
Yeah, isn't that what you did some of it
Well, I
last
did
video,
that,
right?
yeah. I just installed the CPU into the socket on the last video.
Oh,
But
okay.
now the thing is complete, and the other day I was actually powering up the system and getting it installed.
And
onto
it's
the drive.
like in there where your hand is. Yeah.
Yes, in here. So we have, down here is an Asus motherboard, the Prime H370M Plus, if anyone cares. And it's a nice board. I like Asus boards because they tend to be a good value and they have a lot of features. So, it's a good cross point between having a lot of features that you need and it actually doesn't break the bank. And they've been pretty solid boards. I've had a few of them and never had any trouble. And this board has, since it's just going to be a server, it doesn't need many expansion slots or anything, so it has pretty much exactly what I need.
Again, you did your research before you bought
I
it.
was looking it up before I bought it, of course. Yeah, I always have to research these things. And then we have the CPU, of course, that I installed last time. That was the Intel
Yep.
9600K.
This is a guy who can't remember phone numbers to save his life, but he can remember the model parts, model numbers
It's a
of
Core
components.
i5, 3.7 gigahertz, 6-core processor. So it should be nice and fast for the server work that this machine is going to have to do.
Ah.
And then on top of the Intel processor, which is now hidden below the Intel heatsink, which was a really great deal at only $5.
And it does the job.
And it does the job. And I think the only reason Intel must be selling those at a loss, because the only thing that heatsink would actually be good for would be another Intel CPU. So they figure, if you're going to buy one of those, you've obviously spent hundreds of dollars on one of their chips, so they can afford to do this. And then on the board, we also have the two RAM modules, right where my fingers are. I don't know if you're getting that.
Yep.
Those are, the Kingston HyperX Fury. I don't know where they get these names. There was the HyperX Predator series as well. So I went with the Fury because, I always like the Kingston RAM. I've had good luck with it. So there's...
I like Kingston flash drives.
Yeah, actually, I like Kingston
They're
flash
good.
drives. They've been good.
That's all I
A little
know.
slow on the write speed, but other than that, they're okay. And so we've got 32 gigs of RAM in there. And yeah, that should be more than enough for what we need. And the components that aren't in the video shot that have to go in will be the hard drives.
Ah.
So we'll have the little, the little tiny hard drive, the 2 terabyte, that's the size of a stick of gum that'll mount on the board.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be the super fast hard drive that will do all the database work. And then there'll be another drive that will hold the system.
Mm.
Basically just an old drive I had laying around that will do the job.
Okay.
And that will pretty much be our server build.
And shout out to the volunteer from Be My Eyes who
Oh,
helped
yes,
us with the setup last night.
Yes, trying to do. Yeah, shout out to the volunteer for Be My Eyes, and also I'd like to say to anyone at Ubuntu, whoever sees this, I don't know why they haven't made an accessible installer yet. It is 2020 after all. Someone should really think about this.
Because nothing could talk, right?
Nothing spoke on that one.
Yeah, and
so,
I wasn't able to read the screen.
No, so we
So
had
Be My
to,
Eyes is a free app
Yeah.
that connects volunteers who are sighted with people who are blind and helps them read things.
Yeah.
So, cheers, because I couldn't read it. And apparently this volunteer was having quite the trouble reading it too, so we figured our screen
Yeah, we figure it's the
wasn't
TVs.
the best.
Wow.
Yeah.
The hockey game must be going into some sort of a
Maybe
wild-
we made the playoff, or
maybe we didn't lose. That'd be good.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Oh, and you have your cowbell.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Anywho,
Yeah. So
so that's your project.
So that's the story of the great server build in progress.
That was, we thought we'd do in 2018, but the Walmart and NCIX screwed us.
Yes.
greatly.
That was the whole Walmart story.
So 2020.
2020, we finally get to build this, and all should be well once it's done.
Has your life slowed down during COVID, Shawn? Just
No,
wondering.
it seems to have sped up
Hmm.
with all these projects on the go.
I find my life sped up too.
Yeah.
And for the better, because I get to do a lot of things, but not have to go anywhere.
You get to build things. You're turning into a builder, and I'm building servers, and you're doing rock gardens, and it's all sorts of weird.
Oh, and
things
I
going
have like 4 students now to
Yes.
teach my English as a second language
Right.
and English.
Yeah.
And if there's any teenagers watching this, please read something other than Instagram. Listen to the news. Credible news sources.
Well, they're not going to do that.
And English will haunt you for the rest of your life, so pay attention. And if you need help, look me up. Christy Cassie, christyk.ca.
I don't know how you just usurped my video. But that's okay. I guess, you did help, purchase some of this tech. So I guess you're allowed to be on the video. So, anything else that anyone wants to know?
This video has been brought to you by your neighborhood geek and a nerd.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hashtag Lodestone GPS, hashtag the Christie Corner. Till next time and our next crazy project.
Yeah, whatever that might be.
I really like that case for some reason. Why am I liking cases?
Why are you liking cases? Actually, we probably won't do another video on the server build because all
Hey,
it will show will
you
be
know
the
what that
distant
makes
sidebar.
me? A terminal case.
Oh my god, I've broken the nerd.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Bye.